Hello and welcome to a special device preview episode of Android Dev 101. Today we're going to be looking at the InkCase by Oaxis, a second screen for your phone. This 3.5-inch e-ink display is packing 32 megabytes of memory and a 500 milliamp per hour battery. Oaxis has just finished their successful campaign on Kickstarter, raising over $200,000. You can check out links in the description to find out more information about this exciting device. And we were lucky enough to get our hands on one of the developer preview InkCase devices and create a simple application for sketching and drawing and pushing those sketches to the device. When we take a look at the view for our main activity, we see that we have a ratings bar at the top, some elements in the middle, and then two buttons at the bottom. The ratings bar will allow us to adjust the size of our brush strokes, and the buttons will allow us to either erase the drawing or prepare it for broadcast. When we jump over to the XML view, we can see that the invisible elements in the center of the screen are an image view and a touch draw view. The touch draw view has been adapted from our previous episode on custom views. So let's jump to the code on the main activity. In the onCreate for the main activity, we see we initialize the image view to 800 by 600 pixels. This is in order to match the dimensions of the InkCase device. The touch draw element will adjust accordingly to the image view after we add rules to allow it to align to the image view that we've just resized. Now if we move to the onClick function, we see that we prepare the images just drawn for sending to the next activity. We grab the bitmap of what has just been drawn by the user. We prepare it in the intent and add it as a bundle extra. And then we start the new activity, which will be our preview activity. Now let's jump over to the view for our preview activity. In this view, we have a section for displaying the preview of the sketch that we're going to send to our InkCase device. The user can then click the send button, which will send the sketch to the device, or the cancel button in order to cancel and go back to the previous screen. If we look in our Java file, we see in our init, which is called an onCreate, we initialize the bitmap in the image view. And we also store the bitmap for later sending to the device. When the user clicks the onSend button, we prepare a file that will hold our bitmap. We send the bitmap to that file using the compress to file output stream. And then we prepare an intent for starting the action that will allow for sending to the device. This intent is using the InkCase API and declaring things like the file type property, the name of the file being sent, and the other parameters of the file like the URI. Once this is sent, the InkCase instance running on the device will allow it to connect to the actual device through Bluetooth, and the item will be sent. Okay, now let's check out the flow in action. We can sketch what we want in the main activity. Now as you see, we can also change the brush strokes according to the ratings bar. We then can compile this drawing and send it to our preview activity. Once in the preview activity, all we need to do is click the send button, transmit it to the device, and show it on the second screen. Thank you for joining us in this sneak peek of developing for the InkCase display. You can find links to the source code for the InkSketch app in the video description. We look forward to seeing you again next time from Android Dev 101.